Hi, good night, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to The Buzz, Hot Button Issues. I'm Aaron, and I'm alongside with Ashanti and Candy.
Hey guys, welcome back.
And tonight we're talking about
breast cancer awareness.
Happy Breast Cancer Awareness Month, guys. Yeah. I am your favorite host. Hey.
How have you guys been? It's been like a week since the first episode.
Yeah.
I mean, how are you guys feeling?
I'm excited. I'm just really happy about this set.
Pink power. Yeah.
It's good vibe, good energy.
All right, so today we are going to be talking about breast cancer awareness, and why is breast cancer awareness a hot button issue?
Well, because according to cancerindex.org, in the Caribbean, most of the deaths caused for Black women or Caribbean women is breast cancer. So, I mean, I think it's necessary that we have this conversation.
I think so too.
Yep.
And I'm sure everybody knows somebody who knows somebody
somebody who's experienced this.
Has some sort of experience with breast cancer awareness. So, yeah.
I'm ready to get into it though.
Just jump into it.
Yeah.
Eat first.
So we have a guest tonight.
We are going to be talking with Miss Unetta Bird, who is the president of the Breast Cancer Awareness Foundation. And we are going to be breaking down this topic and having a chat with her. So guys,
you had like a person that had breast cancer or anything like that?
Not breast cancer, like chest cancer.
Wait.
Like inside, not necessarily like a tissue, but
so it was a man?
It was a man, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I did not personally have a family member, but we did have a family friend. She was my childhood best friend's mother.
Oh wow.
And she passed a couple of years ago from breast cancer, and it kind of put a damper on the community in a type of way. So I hate cancer. I really
I don't want to
hate
say what we
cancer.
really want to say about cancer.
Yeah, we gotta keep it PG,
I mean,
guys.
you know, it's a tough topic to talk about. I mean, I love pink. Pink makes me feel all like, you know, positivity and giving the women hope that, you know, fighting this disease is actually, you know, there's a lot of women that actually fought and are survivors today. And I mean,
Shout out to those women.
right?
Awesome.
Right? So I mean, I'm glad that I'm honored that we can have this conversation tonight.
And that we can celebrate with the survivors
Yeah.
and show support to those who are currently going through it.
And those who lost any loved ones.
Sympathize, we sympathize.
So we're gonna...
You know, we're gonna pause for a break and we're gonna get back to it. And here's a word from our sponsors.
So we definitely have Unetta coming on actually just after the break. So guys...
I'm Kandesi.
I'm Aaron.
And I'm Ashanti.
And you're watching The Buzz.
The Buzz Hot Button Issues is sponsored by Townhouse Mega Store.
We are chatting with your favorite host, Candy. We are celebrating Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and we are chatting with Miss Unetta Bird of the president of the Breast Friends Foundation. Welcome to The Buzz.
Thank you. Good to be here. Thanks for inviting me.
How are you feeling tonight?
I'm very well, thank you.
Awesome.
Thank God for life.
All right, so let's get right down into it. How important is it to raise awareness on the issue of breast cancer here in Antigua and Barbuda?
It is very, very important for persons to become breast aware, because breast cancer is the leading cause of cancer death among women. And it is not only a problem here in Antigua but worldwide. And every October, which is internationally known as Breast Cancer Awareness Month, we heightened the awareness campaign. we try to do what we can throughout the year, because as breast friends, we have meetings every second and fourth Tuesdays at the Lion's Den, and throughout the years, organizations would invite us to their various
Functions?
Yes, to speak to them about breast cancer, to their staff, women's meetings, and so forth. So all through the year, we spread the word, we educate the general public about the disease. So, but in October, you know, we are more visible.
Well, I can say that you have been doing a good job, because I've visibly seen it happening in the society, where people are becoming more and more aware of it every October.
Because as a breast cancer survivor myself, I always said to persons, when I was diagnosed, I didn't know another person with the disease that I could even go call and get some help. So when I was diagnosed, I make it a point that, you know, I don't want to see anybody else in the position that I was, and I dedicate my time and my life to breast cancer awareness, to help persons, to support persons with breast cancer. And I'm really happy for an organization like Breast Friends to do the work.
Power to you.
Thank you.
What is the latest data in Antigua and Barbuda as far as the prevalence of breast cancer is concerned?
I do not have any official data, but from an interview that was done this morning on ABS television, I can recall the nurse from the oncology department mentioned that for that oncology department alone, there are over about 240 breast cancer patients, and for this year, about 24 persons were diagnosed. So these are newly diagnosed cases for this year, about 24, and we're in October, right? We have a few more months to go for the year, you know, and that's how prevalent it is.
Do you think that women are being proactive enough where breast cancer is concerned?
I believe so, but there's still some persons who are reluctant. I think most women normally go to the doctor and have themselves checked, but there's some who are still reluctant, even though they may observe that there's something unusual about the breast, they would delay in going to have it checked.
What do you think caused that reluctance?
It's fear. I think it's mostly fear. You know, a diagnosis of breast cancer can be devastating.
It's that invisible monster.
Exactly, and it's just fear of the unknown, and persons are more fearful of losing their breasts. But medical science has improved so much that you don't have to lose your breasts if you have breast cancer. Once it is detected early, you don't have to remove the breast, and these days doctors are doing more breast conserving surgery. So so that's why you push for early detection, because you have a better fighting chance to overcome the disease.
Okay, as a survivor, can you share a story from the moment you were first diagnosed?
Wow. I was diagnosed in 1998. And I felt a lump in my breast. But let me back up a bit. In 1997, when I first felt a lump in my breast, I went to the doctor, and I told the doctor about the lump in my breast. I was sent to have a mammogram done, and the mammogram came back negative. Then he said to me, well, you do not have cancer. It's what you have is fibrocystic breast, which is a non-cancerous condition. I didn't know any better, so I went my merry way. But honestly, the lump did not go anywhere. So in 1998, a few months later, because every year I usually go to my doctor for a checkup, but a few months after the mammogram results, I discovered a lump under my arm. So I thought it was the deodorant, and I stopped using that brand and I bought another one. But after 2 weeks, the lump not going anywhere and it began to hurt. So I said, this doesn't look good, let me go and go back to the doctor and have it checked out. So I went, and by the time I told the doctor about the lump under my armpit, I saw the look on his face. Anyway, he decided to proceed to have a biopsy done. So the lump under my armpit a biopsy was done, and it's from that it came back positive. It's important that I say this because breast cancer does not stay in the breast if you have it there for a long time. It has a tendency to spread to the lymph nodes on the armpit, and once it gets in the lymph nodes, it gives the lymph nodes like a vehicle for the cancer cell to be transported around your body to other organs. And once it reaches the other organs in your body, that is when you have a less fighting chance. That's when you say that the cancer is advanced, and then treatment will be more intensive and you have a less fighting chance. However, so if you have a lump in your breast, once there's a lump, always persist that the doctor have it checked. Not just a mammogram. If your mammogram comes back negative, you should insist that, look, the lump is still there, it's not going anywhere, can I have a biopsy done? All right? Because mammograms aren't 100% accurate. There's always that window of inaccuracy. And depending on your type of breast, especially if you have what they call a dense breast, younger women have, firm, dense breast, more glandular.
Yeah.
The mammogram tends not to pick up a lump in the dense breast, all right? So it can stay there and grow and eventually spread to other organs. So therefore my message is that if there's a lump in your breast, do not leave it there. Always press further for further investigation and not just a mammogram.
Ladies, are you listening? Guys, are you listening? Get it checked out. All right, so if somebody was supposed to be diagnosed with breast cancer, what type of support or assistance is there from groups like yourself or the Ministry of Health, etc.?
What kind of supports? We have, from Breast Friends standpoint, once a person is diagnosed, or you don't have to be diagnosed to be a member of Breast Friends. The patient herself needs all the information she can get, and not only the patient but the family members. Most persons, because it doesn't happen to them, they don't really take the time out to educate themselves about the disease. But when it hits home, everybody goes into a panic, and they would seek the information. But we always say we're always willing. You can always call us at 725-2759. We'll be there to support and give you the information and whatever advice we can give. And we just lead in the right direction. We're not medical person, we're grassroots.
You're just there for the support.
We're just there for the support, that emotional support. Because once you give a diagnosis, you're on an emotional roller coaster. And you need all the support you can. And that family support is very important. When I was diagnosed, I kind of complained about how my family, my relatives and friends rallied around me. And that helps with your recovery, right? Because you know that you're surrounded with love, you're surrounded with persons who encourage your positivity. Persons, once they're diagnosed, they would like to come with negative thing, oh, you're going to die. But breast cancer is not a death sentence, okay? It is not a death sentence. You just make up your mind that you're going to fight it. Yes, the treatment may be, they have a lot of side effects and they knock you for six, but the Bible says that we're fearfully and wonderfully made.
Indeed.
So you're able to bounce back. right? Chemotherapy is a trip by itself. And then you have radiation, you have to deal with the surgery. And then after that, you may have to go through what they call hormone therapy. And these are tablets that you have to take maybe for 5-10 years. And it's an ongoing thing. So it doesn't stop, right? And we have to be vigilant about the changes in your body, right? We know we are talking about COVID, right? But cancer doesn't stop, right? Because COVID is here now. We still have to deal with all the other diseases. So we have to continue to help others in their fight with cancer.
Excellent. And on that note, we're going to take a short break. We are talking about breast cancer awareness when we come back. It's your favorite host Candy on The Buzz, and we are talking about the hot button issue, breast cancer awareness. We are chatting with Miss Junetta Bird, President of the Breast Friends Foundation. So, Miss Bird, what will Breast Friends be doing this October?
Well, because of the challenges we're experiencing with the COVID-19 and all the established protocols, we're not able to do like our seminar and our annual breast screening, which I know the general public looks forward to.
Agreed.
However, but we've scaled down a lot. But our main thrust this year is more education, more awareness. So we've been doing some media bliss, just go to the various radio stations, speak to the public. Persons will call in and ask questions, and we're able to do that. And thank you for the opportunity such as this to help get the word out. And we're grateful for that.
You're welcome.
And so Sunday, this coming Sunday, the 4th of October, we'll be having our service of Thanksgiving, and we'll be joining the Ebenezer Methodist Church on St. Mary Street at 8:30. And we'll give God thanks for His grace and mercy towards us, you know, as survivors, because we're here to encourage the fighters, you know, continue to fight, and we honor the survivors and remember those who have passed. We have some really wonderful members who are not here with us anymore, and, you know, we just take the opportunity to remember them as well, and to inspire hope.
Which is important.
Exactly.
Is there a specific theme this year for?
Not really, but if you were to give it to me, just I'd say to be breast aware. You know, we just want to keep that message out there. Be breast aware.
Be breast
Do not
aware.
ignore any changes in your breast, because most cases of breast cancer are found by women noticing the unusual changes, and they take the initiative to go to the doctor and have themselves checked. And we just want to continue to preach that and to help persons. So don't worry, though, don't allow yourselves to be overcome by fear, which will prevent you from getting help. Fear paralyzes, right, a person, because you'll make you stop in your track and you think all the negative things. But no, just get up and go, and if you need help, just call us and we'll help you.
Miss Junetta Bird and the Breast Friends will help you.
Yes.
All right, as we wrap up, what recommendations do you have for men and women as far as breast cancer awareness is concerned?
Men and women, I'm glad you mentioned the men because even though breast cancer is more prevalent among women, men do get breast cancer as well. I know the men like to say they don't have breasts, they have chests. But it's still breasts, they do have breast tissues. They just don't have as much as we do, okay? But they do have, and the same signs and symptoms that we ask women to look out for is the same thing, such as a lump.
Guys, check the
boobies. You know, any lump, any changes in the size or shape of the breast, any nipple discharge, and so on. So any of these symptoms, if you have a family history of the disease, you can't delay. Men, examine yourselves just as we ask women to.
I'm glad you mentioned that. Please share how we check ourselves.
Yes. So it comes in to check your breasts. We usually say there's the looking part and there's a feeling part. Okay. So you first have to look at your breasts. You once a month you stand in front of the mirror and you undress yourself and you look in the mirror for any physical changes, any contour of the breast. You check the contour of the breast to make sure that it's, you know, it doesn't look different than the other. Any changes in the size or shape of the breast. If you know that we have the two breasts, one sometimes is slightly bigger than the other, but if you notice that one is unusually large or it seems to be growing and it's getting hard, that is the cause for concern. Okay, so you look and you look for all these physical, if there's a rash, if they have an inverted nipple, if the nipple is pulled in, if you're not accustomed to have a nipple that's inverted, and you notice one day that the nipple is being pulled in, that is cause for concern. You should go to your doctor.
So basically any changes that
you see that is not normal, the unusual things. Okay, if you notice that around the nipple, you have an unusual itch around the nipple. You know, you get the occasional itch, and sometimes it's sweet.
Yes.
Right? But if you find that it is not going anywhere, it's itching constantly, and you may decide, okay, I'm going to change that brassiere and I'm going to get another one, and it doesn't stop. Okay, if you notice that dark area around the nipple becoming discolored, you know, or there's any rash, if you have leaking and discharge, coming from your nipple, if you're not breastfeeding, it shouldn't have any discharge, especially if it's discolored, it has a smell. That's not normal.
Yes.
Okay, so you should go to your doctor. So if you don't see any of these changes, then you proceed to examine the breast. Now if you're going to examine your left breast, you use your right hand, and you start from the top, right, which we refer to. Just imagine your breast is a clock. Right, so you start from 12 o'clock and you examine yourself. Make sure you cover the entire breast, because as you examine, yes, so you take your time and you go for 1 o'clock, 12 o'clock, you know, and you examine the breast until you come right around. You start from the outer part and the examine come right in. When you get to the nipple, you just give it a gentle squeeze to make sure there is no discharge. All right, you can do this lying down on your bed. If you have large breasts, you can support it with a pillow or, you know, roll a towel. And you can also do this standing in the shower. It's a very easy way to stand in the shower and do it, because you soap up your hands with your soap and your fingers glide easily over the breast. And you examine the breast. If you find any lump, go to your doctor. All right?
Awesome.
Okay,
awesome.
so
excellent advice.
Yes. So you touch the breast, you look at the breast, and you check. If there's anything unusual, please go to the doctor. If you're afraid to go, call somebody. Tell somebody.
Let somebody
keep it
go
to
with
yourself. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for making the time to have a chat with us, Miss Bird. We really appreciate it. And I'm sure our viewers have learned something tonight.
So.
Guys, remember, don't take it for granted. Get checked. And stay with us. We'll be right back.
4, 3,
I'm Kandesi.
I'm Aaron.
And I'm Ashanti.
And you're watching The Buzz.
The Buzz Hot Button Issues is sponsored by Townhouse Mega Store.
Welcome back to The Buzz, and you are chatting with Candy. My co-hosts have rejoined me. There's Aaron and Ashanti.
Hey guys.
And before the break, we were talking with Miss Unetta Bird about the Breast Friends Foundation and breast cancer awareness. So guys.
Well, that was a very good interview, I must say. I mean, props to you and Mrs. Bird.
Your first interview.
Your first interview.
This is our first interview, guys.
It's amazing.
Thank you.
You know, listening
Could you
to her
tell I was
talk,
nervous?
I could tell. I could see you.
liar. You
I
did
could see
great.
you just shaking there.
You did great. You did great.
Camera shy, but no, it was good. It was good. It was very insightful and very informative. And
What was your takeaway?
my takeaway was the fact that a lot of people are reluctant to get checked and tested, male and female. And I guess most people are afraid to go to the doctor when there's any sort of ailment.
Men are afraid. Get it correct. Men are afraid to go
We're
to the
talking
doctor.
about equality, okay?
What do you want?
Men
We're talking
and women.
facts.
Men and women are afraid to see the doctor. Guys, you know that's true, right? So one of the things I found quite interesting was that she was talking about the fact that you could get surgery, and I think it was breast
and not remove the entire
and not
breast, right?
removing the entire breast. Like, I think most women are afraid to
Yeah.
go to the doctor, find out they have cancer, and they think, oh snap, I'm gonna lose a breast or might lose both.
I mean, I'm thinking it's wild that they're thinking about losing a breast rather than losing their life.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, yeah.
'cause so many women die from it, you know.
But I think it's from
But
a
it goes
beauty
back to that
standpoint.
fear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It goes
And
back.
like not going when they know they're supposed to go.
Oh, yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
24 people diagnosed this year
That's a
alone.
lot. That's a
And
lot.
the year isn't done yet.
I mean, I know of like, well, I don't, this is not about breast cancer, but I know a lot of people, like, they found out just from being sick, and then somebody found out they're like stage 4 and they had like
Wow.
2 weeks to live. And it
Wow.
did happen. The
Yeah.
woman died in 2 weeks.
It's funny because I knew somebody as well, and how that person found, not breast cancer but cancer in general, and how they found out. Basically, this is a young person. He was 22 at the time. He had an accident at the beach. You know, fell, jumped off a pier and injured himself. And a few days after, he started feeling sick, and they didn't think anything of it. And then he went to the hospital, and they said, "Oh, you got leukemia." And they flew him out to Trinidad that same week. And by the Friday, he left Antigua the Thursday. By the Friday, he was dead.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's when you hear things about cancer, you never really know what's going on inside of you, and that's why I feel like you should check.
But then, when it really comes down to the taboo topic of cancer, it's like, what causes cancer, you know? And people would say diet, people would say your environment, family, bloodline, and really it's
all of
that's
the
a
above.
all of the
conspiracy.
above.
You know what?
That's a
It's
conspiracy.
all of you know what? It's
It's
when you
so many different
when
things.
you do a little research into it, you find that all of the things that you've mentioned are contributors of cancer. You
Your
know what I mean?
age, your
You know,
sex.
what you eat, the clothes that you wear, the perfume that you wear, the food that you eat. Yeah, like all of these things can contribute to cancer.
Yeah.
So, I guess as people who are trying to live healthier lives, we have to, sort of do our due diligence to make sure that, we're in a better
Make sure that
position.
our body is like,
Yeah.
Check. We gotta check.
Yep, stop wearing all the dyes and,
and guys, go check. I mean, the thing about like prostate, and when it comes to breast cancer, for us, it can happen to any age group now. For men, they're still doing the testing when they're like 40. And guys, stop making it taboo. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I know we're talking about breast cancer, but we just came out of prostate cancer awareness month, which was September,
yeah.
and we're encouraging you guys 40 years and over, get checked. We know it's a little taboo.
We
We know, the procedure may not be a comfortable one, but it's a couple of seconds over the rest of your life.
Yeah, I mean, I
checked.
saw, I don't know if you guys saw it on social media with the guy that shot the doctor in his chest because he
Yeah,
got
I
a.
saw
That's
something
wild.
like
I was
that.
like, wow,
That's
so
wild.
wild.
That's wild. That's wild.
Like he was so mad because guys, he got an orgasm from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He didn't understand why he ejaculated. And
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what? Knowledge is key, you know, because guys need to understand that that's how they, you know,
Yeah, because
test your prostate.
a lot of people don't realize the prostate gland is what produces the semen. So,
Yeah.
you know, that's why
They gotta make sure it
it's
it
the
works.
only way to access it is, you know, that way.
Because if
you
I
know.
mean, if you think about it, like, isn't it kind of worse if the only way to access it is if the doctor is just jacking you off?
Yeah, it's
I
not
think that's
really the
worse.
most.
I think that's worse.
I think both scenarios are kind of like
Not really, 'cause it's
uncomfortable.
like-
It's definitely uncomfortable. Like if you're a man and some strange person is, you know, doing that stuff to you. You know
Well,
what
it's
I'm
your
saying?
doctor. Yeah,
It
but
does- it
that's
does-
the
it-
crazy
I
thing.
think that's the thing. Like women don't think like men, right?
I mean, we have to go to
We don't-
gynecologists,
right,
and we
but
don't be
it's-
like, oh my god, like he's gonna think that
exactly,
I'm
but
so
you see-
sexual or
No,
something.
it's not even about that. It's not even about that. Like,
So that's what, like, men.
I think for men, like there's certain like barriers that we have around ourselves, and we're egotistically minded, right? So if someone does that to us, we automatically think, oh, you violated
So
me.
you know what the problem is, and it's still a problem?
Exactly,
It's just how
exactly.
we're hard. It's just how
Guys, you
men
guys
are.
don't make
That's
no
how men-
sense.
that's
You
how
don't
men
make
are
no
hard
sense.
Generally, right? Like I go to work with some older guys, and they're like, yeah, man. If
It's
that's
really
what
not.
you want to
It's
do.
really not a
It's
But
not
they,
that
but
big
they,
deal.
they, some of them are like, yeah, I'd prefer a female doctor, and it's like, I mean, it's the same difference of the finger.
With us,
Checking
with
the
gynecologists.
syphilis.
But you
it's the
have
same
a
thing.
preference. You just
Yeah.
have a preference.
You feel
Some
more
women
comfortable
prefer
with the
women.
because
some women
prefer men.
because you, I guess it's from the standpoint that you don't want to feel like someone's taking advantage of you
No.
while you're vulnerable.
No.
They're
It's
professionals.
just-
They're
it's
trained
just-
for this.
Yeah, but that's what I say. You
Preferences.
say you prefer a woman over a man because
It doesn't
you know.
matter.
No,
No,
Okay.
I said there's some who prefer women, there's some who prefer men.
Yeah.
It's just a preference.
Exactly.
Okay.
So it's really not that serious, guys.
I have
Stop
actually
it.
have a friend who looks forward to going to her gynecologist appointment.
No, she's a person. That's what I'm
she
saying.
has a crush on her doctor.
Oh my
okay.
God.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. That sounds good.
That makes sense
So guys,
to them.
so have any of you young ladies ever gone for a mammogram?
I don't think we
We're
can
not-
do it as
We're
yet.
not, no, we're not there yet. But
Why
we
not? Because
Because we have done spoobs.
But there's young women who get breast cancer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like even younger than ourselves, like 20s and up. You know
I can tell you, when you do a routine checkup at the gynecologist, they always check your breasts. And like they always, the same exam that she was basically doing, they
and
do
we
it.
do it ourselves.
Yeah.
I don't have much, so it's easy for me to tell if they're in
This girl said
changes.
she don't have much.
I mean, you know, little is much, but
Little is much.
it's good. It's good that you know you guys are doing the due diligence and getting yourself checked, and you know.
I mean, I
And
don't
we
want
are
to die.
encouraging
Yes.
other women and the men to do
To
the
do the
same.
same.
Get checked, get checked, get
Yeah.
checked.
And I also think, like, you know, from the little research that I've done on cancer, diet does play a role. I mean, it doesn't play a huge role because there's some people,
Who
you
eat
know,
really, really good. And
eat
then
really
still,
good. Like, I have friends who are vegan and they have, like, a form of cancer, right? And it's like, where's the trade-off? You know,
Yeah.
because even if you, like, people argue, even if you don't eat, even if you do eat healthy, you're going to still die and blah, blah, blah. But that's not the point. The point is, if you can live long on earth, why not prolong it?
As in, treat your body like a temple.
Facts.
You know, like, don't put trash in it and think that, okay,
Yeah.
it's not going to produce
Everything is
trash.
about balance.
Exactly.
Yeah, life is really, really about balance. I mean, sometimes you have some people who just cannot manage, let's say, a vegan diet. But if you can eat healthy or eat better or choose a different option sometimes every now and again,
Yeah.
you know, a little goes a long way.
Yeah.
Awesome. Also, I'd like to say that, you know, coming up this Sunday, CIB's,
CBC. I know, that was
CIBC's,
tongue-tied.
yes, it's tongue-tied. CIBC is having their Drive for the Cure, which is basically a drive-a-thon or motorcade, as you call it. And it's starting from the Vivian Richards Stadium at 12 p.m. And it goes through Parham, Jonas Road, Buckley's, All Saints to St. John's, and ends back at the stadium.
Okay.
So make sure you guys turn out and support, and please remember that they will be having COVID-19 protocols in effect.
There is also a virtual show.
Oh,
I think I see Patrice Roberts on there.
Ricardo Giroux.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so you guys logging in for the show?
It's Patrice Roberts. I love Patrice Roberts.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Save the boobies.
but any of you guys ever supported any of, a cause for Breast Cancer Awareness Month?
Well, I have for the last maybe 4 or 5 years we've been doing, I don't know, maybe 4.
I think I saw
Pink
you.
party.
Yeah.
The Mount St. John's Medical Center normally puts on a pink party. It's a huge event that gets supported every October.
Yeah.
Our dance group is normally a part of one of the instructors who would give, and our dance group normally goes out and supports. So we normally have a huge entourage. We make a big thing out of it. So it's an annual thing that we do where we support the pink party, and I love the thing.
What kind of dances do you guys do? Like interpretive dance or?
You're straight from the point, Aaron.
No, but the people want to know what kind of dances you get into because if
We
you're
do a
doing
wide
that to
variety.
support. Okay.
We do a wide variety. We touch almost every genre.
Oh, that's cool.
I don't know. I think Pink Party is it the Zumba?
Yes, it's kind of
Yeah,
like Zumba and exercise.
Yeah, I
and
went last year for the first time. It was lit.
Yes,
Yeah.
it
I was
was
dying the
I
next
hear
day,
I
but it
feel
was
something.
lit.
I feel like it's a lot of energy and
Yeah.
when you're done with it.
Yeah,
man.
it was
Yeah.
crazy.
It is, but you see, it's not over the top. They give enough an exercise that most people can follow, and
Yeah.
you don't have to. If you can't do all the way, go all the way. You do what you can do on your own level. So it's about a fun affair. A lot of times people bring the children out. It's a huge event.
Yeah,
You'll see that Independence Avenue literally turns pink every year.
Yeah, last year it rained, and I was in the rain,
Wet, yeah.
like
It's-
dancing away with
Yeah,
them.
it was cool.
It's kind of unfortunate with all this lockdown and social distancing that we can't do those
Right?
things. You know what I mean? Like I was just about to ask you if you're gonna have it this year, then I remembered that
Yeah.
social distancing and all that.
It's one event that will probably
Bittersweet, I guess.
I mean, surely if you had a big field and everybody was just spread out, and you had a big sound.
That makes sense, but you can't trust people.
Too many people. Too many people.
Yeah,
You really
it's really
can't.
weird.
You
It's
really
really
can't.
Guys, remember to follow our social media pages. Facebook, The Buzz Hot Button Issues, and on Instagram,
Yeah.
The Buzz TV Show, 3 Z's.
Right.
And while we're on the topic, right? We have a question of the week, right? Question of
Yeah.
the week is for the viewers out there, and if you get this right, one lucky winner will receive a prize
You give it
to
a prize?
this year's event. Hey, I might be giving out the prize.
Like,
And
girls, dark chocolate
I
is
mean,
gonna be
I'm out here.
giving out the prize. Please.
So, anyways, right?
You saw that.
Anyways, right? These young ladies are joining out. Anyways, the question of the week is, what was the name of CIB's cancer initiative before this year's Drive for the Cure? The question is, what was the name of CIBC's cancer initiative before this year's Drive for the Cure? So if you know the answer, guys, make sure you go onto our page, send us a message, and if you're right, actually you can send it in the comments. Send it in the comments, and we'll just randomly select the person, and if you win, you'll get a package to this year's event.
Yes, guys.
And maybe a dark chocolate.
Maybe.
We're pimping him out. Yes, we are.
Yes. all for breast cancer awareness.
What? Oh, we should
What?
totally do that. Like, totally pimp him out for breast cancer awareness.
No.
And on that note, we're going to take a short break and we'll be right back. Hi, I'm Candace. If you want to learn more about our cast and crew, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.
The Buzz Hot Button Issues is sponsored by Nigel's Restaurant.
All right, so we're back. And your favorite hosts, not favorite host, We're back.
Plural.
We are just wrapping up our show. Today we spoke about Breast Cancer Awareness Month. We had...
Can see the pink?
Yeah. Don't we look fab?
Represent.
You look fab. We look fab. I think we look fab.
I mean, I haven't seen this much pink since Cameron, but, you know, 2020.
This is a lot of pink. I don't
Yeah.
really like pink.
Yeah.
I almost couldn't find an outfit. But apparently I have pink.
And you're here.
And my fro. I love dressing up, right? And I love
It's
the
been a while.
opportunity to dress up.
It's been a
You
while.
guys
Since
look
we're-
good. You all look good still.
Thank
you.
you.
Like,
I mean,
oh my god. Anyway, hi.
I'm gonna be
Quote,
blushing
quote.
all week. I
Quote.
got a
Right? He
compliment
gave us
from
a
Aaron.
compliment, right?
quote of
Wow.
the week. Do you guys have any quotes of the week?
Man. Do you? That's my quote. Do you?
I got a quote.
My quote: "Save the boobies,
I
get
got a
checked."
Lit.
I know I got a good one. On your greatest side of fear is when you know your full potential.
Look, you just try and blow out the past. I mean, it's fire.
Philosopher.
Everything.
But it is in topic because we do have people who are fearful of getting checked
Yeah.
and fearful of the result.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Awesome.
Say that quote again.
On the other side of fear is your greatest potential.
On the other side of fear
So,
is the greatest potential.
the people that are fighting cancer right now,
We support you.
yeah.
And for those who have passed, we remember you. And those who are still fighting, we got you.
And the families of the people that are fighting.
Yeah.
Because I know it's tough to be on the side
Facts.
watching your loved one, you know, go
struggle.
through that.
Yeah, for sure.
I know.
All right, and remember our sponsors for tonight's show: ACT, Townhouse Megastore, and Nigel's.
Catering.
All right.
All right, guys. So yes, we were talking about breast cancer awareness. We were talking with Miss Unetta Bird, and she is the president of the Breast Friends Foundation. We learned some information tonight, and we hope that you get checked. You are speaking with your favorite host and
You've got
Aaron.
You already know. You got
I'm
me.
not salty, I'm sweet.
You know what I'm
but
saying? I can share the limelight with these young ladies.
what?
I can share it. I have no shame. You know what I mean?
We're sharing the
No,
limelight,
but you say you're the favorite.
but
so
I'm the favorite
How do you know that? Where's the polls?
because it's just facts,
Oh,
right?
okay. Let's have a poll. Who's your favorite, guys?
Put it down in the comments.
Put it in the comments.
Put it in the
Team
comments.
Aaron.
I'm not
Team
even
Aaron.
fighting.
Team Aaron.
Like, I'm just over here being cute.
All right,
Alright.
guys.
It was an excellent show.
Yes, it was fun.
Tune
tonight.
in next week. We're not going to tell you what our topic is
It's a
yet.
surprise.
It's going to be a surprise.
Yeah.
So tune in next week at 8:30 on Thursday. We're going to be on Facebook, The Buzz Hot Button Issues, and on Instagram, The Buzz TV Show. 3 Z's.
This girl is killing me. Like, you should just put up the alien side and done, because I'm like, what is that?
All right.
Thank you for staying
Thanks for
tuned with
joining.
us, guys.
Good night.
Bye.